True love can never be broken. I'm not so sure if love is the opposite of hatred or the opposite of good or the opposite of evil. To me, love is all feeling. And the opposite of love is sociopathy, no feelings, whereas love is all feelings. Now, what I oftentimes bear witness to is an insecurity. Don't take this away from me. But this is not true love. Insecure love prioritizes fear. Gotta take care of these things first. Gotta secure this first. Real love sounds more like, go ahead. I'll be here when you return. We are now in a time of renewal following a great wave of chaos. In this moment lies an opportunity to sow a seed for our future, which is also the distant past. The time before when humanity forgot what it is. This moment, an opportunity for reflection, for remembrance, and in such a space, the drawing of a circle of support. Establishing the caring bond of family and the safety and security of home, warm, welcoming. Every year from late June to July, the moon joins the sun in the moon's sign of Cancer, marking the time where humanity can hold the necessary space to return to itself. The story of our current humanity, world, civilization is reflected in the polarity of Cancer and Capricorn, indicated by the planetary nodes of Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in those signs, transiting those signs through many thousands of years and joined by our new moon today. So let us speak of this deeply embedded story of humanity, then what makes this a particularly special new moon in Cancer this year of 2021. Now maybe you want to close your eyes, relax, feel the chair holding you, smell the air, the quality, the sounds that surround you. Just settle into your space, and maybe you just want to listen to the sound of my voice. Now all of the old world is still with us. All of the old gods have not simply vanished, and the Divine Mother, too, is here, though she is forgotten by us, all but a mysterious longing to return that pulls on us to remember and resurrect our roots. At one point before the dawn of history, there was a great calamity that divided our species and spread us far apart, far and wide. All that is this world is a result of that loss, divide, and spread, as well as its resulting insecurity. This world has been oriented around survival for as long as we can recall. Since the discovery of iron, wars have surrounded our humanity. What was free and open has been conquered. What was a singular family is now a group of warring races, warring nations, warring families. And so has been the origins of society. Success determined by accomplishment, by strength, by what we have generated, what we will leave our child, our name, our title, our legacy, how big of a statue will be left in our form, commemorating our accomplishments, how much of an inheritance we're going to leave our children, honoring our family crest, our family name. Meanwhile, the greatest treasures of humanity, which used to be in us, was lost to the age of industry, of which we still inhabit. You see, the prison world and society we are enslaved to was built by us, and the unfortunate few born in their ivory towers and put in charge of monstrous soul-devouring machines are, too, our brothers and sisters, stuck in a rut, toiling, bewildered. And bewildered are, too, our brothers and sisters, fearing the imaginary hollow moon concocted out of superstition, placing a veil over the face of our mother's care and considerate direction, coming from within. This fear, this distrust, this xenophobia, racism, misogyny, this paranoia of Illuminati, of archons, of invisible bad guys, it was not always so. Not in the matriarchy. Could we even imagine what that world must have been like? Can we tune into it now? What it feels like in your heart, in your bones, in your soul? What is it that true family feels like? What is it that true home feels like? The womb within ourself, the security of being held by our own inner divine mother, the peace and support of being held. What does that feel like? Where is that leading us? Where can we find such solace? In such a warm embrace, isn't it amazing how we begin to feel and what begins to flow through us when we can finally put our feet up to rest, reflect, digest? Just as the feelings and experiences of the day move through us as we are drifting off to sleep. These feelings are us. These feelings are our story. This is our truth. And where they point us back to is towards ourselves. This is the trail of breadcrumbs that humanity must follow to remember its story, its truth, what we have, what went missing. The moon is the mother. Cancer, the home, the family, is the mother. This is my childhood backyard and my mother's eyeliner. I'm presenting this particular video from under this particular Cancer new moon. Now, what this capacity to feel and to be in tune and to be directed from the inside and to follow that trail of breadcrumbs back into what we've lost, what this requires is safe space, empathy, emotional intelligence. This is the world of the moon, of Cancer. How this space is created is reflected in the relationship between mother and child. Nourishing, nurturing, supportive. How this relationship sounds like and how we can create this space for ourselves is like inner mother saying to inner child, well, no matter what you are feeling in the moment that you feel it, you are safe to be, you are safe to feel. You will always be my child. I will always be your mother, and so I am here for you. And no matter whether you're crying until you won't stop, or angry and shaking your fists at God, or bouncing off the walls, you're so excited, you are safe to feel whatever you are feeling in the moment that you feel it. It's your truth, it's your story, it's your inner direction. And there's the space to explore. By the way, you can go to rosalilahealing.com/store. I have for sale Journey to the Inner Child MP3. It's a very easy, effortless hypnosis script you can take into a safe space that will guide you through the process of reparenting, which is to create an internal system of self-support. Love is feeling. Love feels it all. Love is all feelings distilled. And how can we speak of love without speaking of lovers? But first, I forgot to mention, while I was mentioning the matriarchy, this story of human history, can we imagine the time where it was considered that women were gods because somehow and miraculously they gave birth to children, and so children were raised communally? Can we even imagine what that day and age must have been like, where every single person that we meet, every human being, is our brother and sister? And there is no xenophobia, racism, division. Can we even imagine what that world must be like? This is why we set our compass towards the moon. We set our compass towards Cancer. This emotional intelligence, the security, the safety that is ideally provided by the mother and the family, I consider the most missing, the most needed medicine on the planet at this time. This is beginning with the inner relationship between mother and child, which is discovering this medicine, which then becomes an embodiment. You know, the more that we own and become a devotee of the Divine Mother, it's like we become one with her. Wherever we go, our heart fills the room. We make others feel safe to be themselves. You can go to the beat of your drum. You can honor your cycles. The moon is how we honor cycles. It was our women who were the great timekeepers, in tune with the cycles, informing us of our passage through time. It is our inner relationship that allows us to honor and respect ourselves, and therefore be even capable of providing such respect to others. And my very Cancer men, I am always carefully reaffirming, you are our inspirational men. You're teaching us how to be a gentle man. You're teaching us men to come back to ourselves. Cancer is the sign of empathy, most missing and needed medicine on the world. Love is feeling. We need safe spaces to feel it all. That's what humanity needs. We are missing our rituals. We are missing our connection to nature. We're missing our connection to ourselves. And how can we speak of love without speaking of lovers and their divine dance, both of union and separation? Because love includes it all. We see Venus kissing Mars alongside our new moon in Cancer at 19 degrees, the spicy and fiery sign of Leo. Now, I'm not so much getting into technical astrology in these videos, but I'll explain that a conjunction, when two planets come together, it is the same as like a new moon. It's the beginning of a new cycle. And so this new Venus-Mars cycle beginning in Leo will take us through March of 2022. When there's a conjunction, these two planets are merging their energy. Venus is what we value, what we love, who we share what we value with. It's our relationships, it's our heart. And Mars is our individuality, our desire, our autonomy, going to the beat of our drum, excited, alive. It's our animal nature. So when Venus kisses Mars in a new conjunction, this is an opportunity for us to align our desires, our individuality with our relationships, with our connection. It's a very romantic, very creative time. And again, sowing a seed for this next year. Venus-Mars together in Leo is creatively charged, inspired, excited, bursting at the seams. Leo is the sign of creative release, the same as the sun, the ruler of Leo, spontaneously releases its own creative and sexual energy, impregnating the solar system with life. So we spontaneously release our life, our love, confident to initiate new directions and lead new projects. Friends, lovers, let's play. This is Leo. Let's make art. Let's celebrate ourselves. Let's celebrate ourselves as the kings, as the queens that we were born to be. We are all divine children of God. We each have our own voice in the overall orchestra. And so Leo lets loose on its instrument, lets the cat out of the bag. This is our heart. This is our contribution. Yes, this is the time to know you are special. You are brilliant, and meeting those, we can share this kind of mirroring with. Now, this reunion between Venus and Mars, the lovers, does take place opposite to scrutinizing Saturn in Aquarius. So, bit of Romeo and Juliet here, huh? Like parents aren't really into it? Uh-oh. Or it's kind of outside the norm. And people are looking at it with a bit of a strange eye. Like, why is that guy wearing makeup? Is he gay? Has he finally lost it? It's a bit like a child really, really excited to share something with the parents, and they're just like, oh, well, that's cute, but a little bit weird. The child can feel this. Or, hey, your art and your modeling is kind of kitschy. You know, other people are doing it this way. Maybe you should, take some tips from them. Well, never mind them, folks. The Saturn influence simply requires us to push on through. We are building up our creative and individual strength in the face of a robotic world and society. Let them be cookie cutters or compete for the #1 best conformer. It ain't you. And who cares if you met your new crush in prison or the penitentiary? It says nothing of your hearts or your special connection. Form the safe space to explore your own world and have some fun. Speaking of, I do my videos even more poetic and flowing now than I have in the past, even though I still write it out first. Can't do the stereotypical technical astrology with all the terms, all the dates. It's too soul-crushing, as well as what I find to be unhelpful. I do have an ongoing Astro School, $24 a month. New lessons are added each month and includes entrance into the Q&A circle where you can bring your chart and a question directly to me to be answered each and every month. I also want to thank my dear community for your patience while I continuously adjust the structure and get it together. It's an ongoing experiment. In the last video I put out on YouTube, I attempted to break this channel with an authentic expression of vulnerability and gave my shadow the microphone for a full 30 minutes. I can see I am not alone despite my feelings. And true love cannot be broken, even when you try to. So here I am once more delivering the mail. As the great astrologer Dane Rudhyar wrote, "The man who is truly free makes no choices. He does what he must do." And thank you for that gem at the perfect time, Terry. We've got some amazing souls in the astrology school. I know this is a little shorter and I'm getting towards the end, but a little bit of an update here. I am very happy to have a waiting list for my readings, but I do again thank you for your patience. I am almost unable to keep up with the demand, which is the other reason why I am initiating this astrology school. I look forward to continuing to connect and share. And as always, and especially now, under this new moon in Cancer, please do take care.